NFTs are not just a 10,000 generative collection of random animals that you can right click and just save, okay? The real use case of NFTs is still being worked on a daily basis. And the cool thing about it is that use case is going to change over time. What if I told you a valid use case of NFTs was to authenticate historical pieces? Well, on today's show, we have partnered with Mida to talk just about that. Mida is a decentralized fine art brand that connects the traditional art world with the emerging potential of NFTs. The NFTs act as authenticators for real life tangible products, for physical artwork, or even for ancient weapons that were used in the past. And this is all going to be done through the metaverse. And they're also going to be using a high definition digital format of the artwork to do this. And it's going to be done with high-tech cameras or RTech 3D scanners. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mida and the valid utility they are offering. All right, so this is the Mida brand page. And Mida's Portraits is the entry pass to Mida, which is going to be a collection of 4,000 handcrafted portraits. And through the boutique marketplace, Mida will be able to offer a global stage to the art pieces of new talents to give life to a new type of relationship between collectors, creators, and allowing the former to finance their artistic research. And again, Mida is going to be utilizing POAPs. Owning a Mida's portrait allows you access to the value generated by the Mida ecosystem, including in real-life events in exclusive locations such as villas and historical palaces around Europe, priority drops of well-known contemporary artists, co-ownership of Mida's virtual gallery system, and much more. So again, you get to participate via the metaverse and of course in real-life events. Down over here is going to be their team. Everybody on the Mida team is very, very well versed in the art space. And I know we talked about the preservation of in real life artifacts. Well, if you take a look down here at Mida's homepage under Masterpiece, Mida offers institutions a new way to valorize the masterpieces they preserve through the creation and sale of unique NFT artworks to metaverse collectors. Mida creates value, innovates, and connects people promoting the collective cultural heritage. So again, you're going to have real life tangible items, artifacts, artwork that is essentially going to be backed by an NFT. So the way that the process is going to work, they have to digitize something, which is basically a high definition digital format of the artwork, and it's going to be required through high-tech cameras or RTech 3D scanners, which we touched on briefly, then a creation. 2 digital works are created from the physical masterpiece. The files obtained are edited into the highest definition. Authentication, the rights of the holder of the artwork digitally signs copies, authenticated them. The resulting files are bound to Mida smart contract and becomes an NFT, and this is where smart contracts come into play. I love smart contracts. They have a lot of valid utility and make the NFT ecosystem move. And lastly, auction. 1 copy is kept in the museum while the other is commercialized via auction. And the type of value you're going to get through utility is going to be partially for collecting. So those of you who like to obtain and collect and even appreciate art, you'll be able to collect via Mida. Exposition. The metaverse reinforces novelty by providing new social space of fruition and expositions where important private collectors can be appreciated and valorized. Network. The NFT artwork serves as a membership card for access of an elite community of art enthusiasts, industry professionals, and emerging artists. And lastly, in real life events by holding a Mida NFT. So with the auction process over here, yes, there's going to be confidentiality, but it will also be available on the blockchain. They're going to be offering regularity and transparency, immediate transaction, and traceability. So you kind of get to know who owns what. Also, to you guys, the institution earns the rights to half of the 7% royalties charged on every trade involving each NFT masterpiece in the secondary market. And again, this is a valid use case for NFTs because when you're talking about buying a piece of art from a traditional gallery, you don't get to capitalize on the royalties, and neither does the original artist. And last but not least, here is some of the Mida's collection portraits here. If this is something you're interested in, I highly recommend that you follow Mida on Twitter. They're right over here, and you join their community and ask the team some questions. Thank you all for watching so much. Have a great rest of your day, and big shout out to all of the art collectors globally. Bye-bye.